going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the brand new movie over on Netflix, The Starling, starring Melissa McCarthy, and actually a very talented cast. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this movie down below in the comment section. Are you going to be checking it out? Lots more reviews and shows this weekend as my dog is shaking right over there. She's ready for her walk, but we're going to talk about The Starling. Come back later this week and we're going to have reviews for Midnight Mass and the first 3 episodes of Foundation, and tomorrow's the Tadam event for Netflix. But right now we're talking about The Starling. Let's do this. So after Lily suffers a loss, a combative starling takes her nest beside her quiet home. The feisty bird taunts and attacks the grief-stricken Lily. On her journey to expel the starling, she rediscovers her will to live and capacity for love. So if you just hear this cast for a second, it's very, very stacked. You have Melissa McCarthy, Chris O'Dowd, Kevin Kline. You also had Daveed Diggs and Timothy Olyphant. So you hear a cast like that, you're thinking for a very solid movie. And I didn't watch a trailer, went in this movie kind of blind. Why was this movie just not very good? So this movie is very emotional, and I will say that there is very emotional performances given, and that's probably the best part about this film is the performances given by Melissa McCarthy and the rest of the cast. They all dive deep into these kind of like emotional roles that I don't think we really got to see from these people before. Melissa McCarthy especially, she does a very good job inside this film. But throughout the movie, it was kind of hard to really get attached to these characters, get invested in this story while they are dealing with a very difficult time and they are grieving. You slowly figure that out, that they are grieving. It is really messing with them harder and harder as the movie goes along, and you get introduced to different characters who kind of like are putting their emotions aside and really thinking that they are making a bigger deal of it than it really is, when they're actually dealing with something that is kind of like every parent's worst nightmare. But with the movie and the name The Starling, that's where it kind of lost me. Like, it took a while to get there, and it was kind of hard to stay invested in this movie. It's easy to doze off. It's easy to go on your phone. It's easy to not really pay attention. But then this bird comes, and Melissa McCarthy has kind of like this beef with the bird, and honestly, it just wasn't very convincing, and honestly, it really kind of took me out. I was like, so this is where the movie's going. It's a very slower and not just very overall interesting movie, full of great performances, but the starling role as the movie continued and went on, it really lost me. And it's kind of unfortunate when you have a director like Theodore Melfi, I believe is how you say his name. He's the director of Hidden Figures, which is actually a very solid movie, so you're kind of not expecting a lot with him, but you're expecting something more than we got. Maybe it's not his fault, maybe it's the subject matter, but I wasn't really expecting this movie. Like I said, I wasn't really didn't know what to expect going into it, but it kind of gave me something I wasn't expecting at all. The emotional performances are great. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but again, throughout the movie, there is some comedic lines that honestly, I don't think any of them really landed. And I watched the trailer after I watched the movie, and the trailer looks like it's going to be kind of maybe a funny movie at times. It really doesn't have those comedic moments, which I think is a waste, because I think Melissa McCarthy is a talented comedic actress, shows her emotional range yet again. And the majority of the movie is Melissa McCarthy and Chris O'Dowd. They play a husband and wife who lose their daughter in this film. That is why they are grieving. They kind of have a lot of just back and forth arguing on who feels worse, why do they feel worse, and that's where I think I was most invested. I was like, wow, these parents are really turning against each other, because it is such an emotional time, and again, the emotional performances are really there. For the rest of the movie, I just wasn't that invested. I felt Timothy Olyphant was kind of wasted. I also felt Daveed Diggs was a little bit wasted. It just felt really weird to have this whole cast in here, and I wanted more from it. We really didn't get it. It's sitting at 32 out of 100 on Metacritic, so it's not doing too well with critics. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this movie. You're going to be checking it out this weekend. There's so many things coming out this weekend. I feel this movie might go just kind of not really get viewed by too many people. Overall, for a score, I'm going to go a 40%. A 2 out of 5. Wasn't really my cup of tea. Wanted a little bit more from it. Feel like we didn't really get it. But overall, I didn't really know what to expect. And the emotional performances are solid. But the rest of the movie just kind of falls flat. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this movie down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. And definitely hit the like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Lots more Netflix reviews coming this weekend. I'm excited for all of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.